Hello, everyone, and welcome to Opkey's webinar, Workday and Oracle Integrations, Strategies for Business Application Leaders. We are so excited to have everyone here today. I'm going to allow a couple minutes here for people to jump on. If you are joining us in the recording, hello, and thank you for coming. We are so excited. We haven't presented on this specific topic yet, but it's something we've been getting tons of questions about, both from clients and prospects. And today it's all about Workday and Oracle integration. Now, if you're on this webinar, you're probably familiar with both, but obviously these are two leading ERP providers, Workday especially specializing in a little bit more specific process, and Oracle allowing for processes across the needs of your business. So how does this relate to testing? Why are we having a webinar on it? Basically, we're seeing more and more customers who are using both Workday and Oracle, and they are fed up with siloed and fragmented testing processes. So today we're going to be talking specifically about what's the best way to test if you're using both Workday and Oracle, and what should you have your eye on in terms of strategy. Obviously, here at Opkey, we talk a lot about SaaS mess, and what we mean by that is that as modern enterprises use more and more different solutions for different processes, we find that they have more and more fragmented tech stacks, which can lead to very confusing and stressful testing. Opkey is the industry's leading AI-enabled no-code provider of test automation, and we're all about making your life easier as an ERP user. So today we're really honored to be joined by Deepti Pandey and Dimpi Sharma, who are two leading minds here at Opkey. They both have extensive experience in Workday and Oracle. Deepti a little more on the Workday side and Dimpi with Oracle, but again, they both know a lot about these ERPs. And today we're really going to be walking you through what you need to know if you're using both. Let's see, a few housekeeping things. We will be having a delineated Q&A session at the end of the webinar. But if a question occurs to you as we go through, please don't hesitate to pop it in the Q&A function at the bottom of your screen, and I'll see if we can get to it as we go. This webinar is being recorded, and don't worry if you think you missed something, because we'll be emailing out a copy to all participants. Please go ahead and contact our sales team or request a demo on opkey.com if you have a very specific question. And again, we're so excited to have everyone here and to bring a little insight into this very hot topic. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and hand it over to Deepti and Dimpy.
Thank you so much, Isabel, and very excited to be here. Deepti, hello, and very excited to present this with you. And hello, everybody. Thank you for making the time and joining us on the session today. As we just spoke, Isabel just laid the ground on what we want to accomplish. I think we are definitely talking to a lot of problems here when it comes to integration and agility and business performance. And we as technology partners, we get a lot of questions on how do you manage end-to-end business processes, how do you manage strategy against integrations across multiple ERP, financial management, HCM systems. And there is a smarter way, there is an autonomous way of connecting these integrations, making sure that they are tested as part of every validation point. We make sure that it's part of very much ingrained into our ERP investment. We make an informed integration choice as to what should be the right integration and how should be the right testing strategy against those integrations be. We will talk to a lot of business users here, a lot of technology users here, which are really going through these issues, and they really need help in mapping out their business processes and workflows. To add to that, I think one of the big step that you take when you transform your business, essentially with these modern cloud technologies, right, where we have multiple adapters, multiple connectors, and you want to make sure that all of these systems are first of all connected in an absolute seamless and most efficient way. Plus you need to have a way of having that continuous validation and continuous um, transformation and assurance when you actually go through these validation points. So how do we make sure that happens? We're going to talk through a lot of that when we talk about what are the different challenges, what are the different strategies. But essentially at the end of this webinar, we'd like you to take some of the pointers and some of these business strategy tips that we have learned across serving multiple customers and prospects here, how to connect with their applications, whether it is different providers, different systems, different ERP applications, and how can actually thrive in the digital era, so to say. So, why do we integrate Oracle and Workday? I think the idea is to kind of take an example of two major motion ERP applications and then talk through different challenges and different areas of issues and connections and the most efficient ways of how and why this is most important, right? I'd like to welcome Deepti here. Any points that you want to add here? But I think I can start with how important it is to make sure that we can add efficiencies into the operations, make sure that the data is consistent, make sure we are passing the right information, and that only happens if the actual inbound and outbound connections are done in the most efficient manner.
Absolutely, Rimpi. I guess just reinforcing and reiterating what you said. With our clientele, we are seeing more and more integrations becoming prevalent purely because people are realizing that there is no one-stop shop. So a client will have Oracle for finance, Workday for HCM, a very common and classic example. So absolutely, as Timpy said, to streamline the whole business, the solid integration testing between the two ERPs is not just good to have; it is an absolute must and critical. So this is exactly why, and absolutely why, investment is worth it if it is working as expected, and it's continuous testing and assurance is what you need, and hence why integration testing is a must.
100%. Some of the business benefits when we connect to these ERP applications, essentially end-to-end processes need validation. I don't think so. We kind of stress. Uh, we need to stress on that a little more, but data validation. Some of the areas that we need to make sure that the end-to-end processes are completely aligned. Processes when it comes to ERP and HCM, like Deepti said, right? Some of these more common ERP applications are, say, an entire order to cash lifecycle, or an entire lead to cash from a sales forecasting lifecycle that need to be optimized. That needs a lot of connections. You need to have like multiple data points, multiple sync points, multiple integrations, and obviously these two major ERP applications, or it could be another applications like Coupa or third party applications or different technologies for that matter, FBDIs or FTP servers or database integrations, ETL. There is no one way of doing these integrations, but the idea is to how we can actually validate and have the business benefits in place with the real time financial and human capital metrics. How do you validate that value? How do you validate the entire end to end data and process level validation? We also need to make sure that our entire experience is seamless, and that's the reason this needs to, there have to have like an efficient, more connected way of efficient way of making sure these processes are connected and also validated. Some of the other common examples would be, yeah, I think Deepti, maybe you can add to that, but maybe core HR, right? Payroll, one of the key examples, benefits. How do you enforce an entire and improve an entire onboarding of this, say, hire to retire life cycle? When this happens, a lot of integration happens. For example, an external recruitment gets integrated to an HCM application like Workday. A secure remote access that needs to be integrated to another application. So there are a lot of like challenges and business level benefits when it comes to end-to-end process validation. So
Sorry,
Absolutely.
guys, to interrupt. We just have a quick question here.
Mhm.
Amin asks, does integration with these ERP systems come with license costs, or are there additional costs required?
No, there are no additional costs unless, from an Opkey's perspective, if you have bought both the accelerators for Oracle and Workday, then integration will be a part of it. If it is one particular application that's like your primary application, then extra charges will be part of it. But otherwise, no. And for more information, obviously we can only sense this question on a high level. But for more information, please get connected with us.
Awesome. Thank you.
Right.
And yeah, go on, please.
Sorry, keep going. Now, Dimpy, I think as you were saying that streamlining everything and making sure that the business has a complete vision and picture of what's happening in the whole ERP landscape is where integration testing ends. So that's absolutely what we were talking about.
Yeah. And like expanding the capabilities, right? So for example, our iPaaS solutions and the way they have managed to integrate the entire API management, EDIs, ETLs, real-time data exchanges. It's like just a platform for a scalability. So we can test high volume data across like multiple data sources and just in a flash. So this is the kind of, and these are complex workflows. I mean, this this involves a lot of human errors if this is not automated. So um, it's only a default that we get into an autonomous mode of assessing and making sure that all of these different validation points are part of end-to-end business processes.
Makes sense.
All right.
Right.
Yeah, please go on.
Yeah, keep going. Dimpy, I think just another fact that ERP systems like Workday, they don't have just monthly, they have weekly updates, right? So more and more our Workday partners, we have quite a few, our Workday clients, Monday, someone in their HR spends first couple of hours making sure that the weekly updates haven't actually broken anything. So it just re-emphasizes the fact that it's not a one-time testing when it comes to just a major biannual patch. When you talk about Workday, in Workday landscape, it is something which has to be done on a weekly basis by the virtue of the fact that that's how frequent Workday pushes the updates. So makes it all the more critical.
100%. Absolutely. This is a very valid point, guys. I think when we talk about environment setup, when we talk about these complex workflows, testing, security, compliance issues, setting that up regularly when it comes to these updates and continuous updates, especially on a cloud platform, it's a huge effort intrinsic job, right? It's a recurring job, and we don't want our business users or an IT team to kind of set up separately just to make sure that this happens. If this is a setup which is like pretty much done automatically and you're assessing, this is pretty much collaborated with something which we call as a prerequisite. So we have our testing and environment set up first as a prerequisite, then we have a sanity suite run which kind of makes sure all these integration points are working. If there are APIs that are working properly, if there's anything deprecated, it highlights that and things like that. And then we kind of go into a end-to-end regression work and end-to-end validation. When it as a as a platform, we kind of take care of all of these security standards, right? Everything that we do, all the data and security is pretty much liable to us because we have everything hosted on AWS. We have a lot of data and security practices. GDPR is one, HIPAA is one, ISO is one. There are multiple security compliances that we already have as part of our platform that pretty much takes care of these business processes and end-to-end validation points. So these are key issues that one must take care of when we are integrating with different applications. All right. Why do we test? I think at this point we have kind of established some of these key benefits of why do we want to test these major applications, and any application for that matter, technology related or third party application related. But essentially, Deepti, you can come in here. But I would say that there are multiple choices that people are taking when they are integrating, right? I think a couple of weeks we've been spending like last couple of weeks into kind of establishing something that we call as an integration accelerator inside of our platform. And while we are developing that, we are seeing that people opt for either on-premise middleware like ETLs or service buses and things like that. People opt for coding techniques. People opt for Workday integration cloud platforms, which in itself is like huge. There is Studio, there is EIBs, and there are multiple ways of doing one integration. There is iPaaS, which is OIC layer in Oracle. So there are multiple ways of doing these integration options, and that kind of makes it extremely vital for make sure that these end-to-end integrations are completely set up first of all, part of your testing suites, and then validated.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Do you want to?
No, okay. Yep. No, pretty much, Dimpy, as you said. So, guys, some of our key capabilities, and we'll be demoing some of them, which are relevant to the topic. Essentially, are how Opkey is making use of artificial intelligence and machine learning. So, the very first thing I would like to highlight here is we have this capability of impact analysis, which is a very, very strong capability, and how impact analysis helps in identifying the risk profile of any change. This is what I will be demoing today. So, this is something which is extremely helpful. Our clients love this capability. They not only just use it to assess the impact. In Workday realm, it also highlights all the dependencies as well. So a lot of people use it as a dependency mapping tool. So I'll be showcasing the impact aspect of it today for sure. Then our absolutely beloved and lovely Wilfred. We have a chatbot, particularly when it comes to business users. Rather than having an overhead of telling them, guys, you have to learn Opkey separately and do this and click here and click that, Wilfred is their best friend. They just come here in a very, very simple, user-friendly language. They key in the things and get a very, very quick response. So an extension of impact analysis, once the impact has been analyzed, self-healing capability is again, which is a lifesaver when it comes to the testing and the continuous updates. So we analyze the impact, we give you a choice to do the self-heal, and on a button click, your impacted test case gets updated. So you don't have to specifically go and check. But then again, it is completely your choice. You have an option to not update the test case should you choose to. Now, all this is encompassed in what we very fondly call our test discovery. So, impact analysis, self-healing is a part of a bigger umbrella, which is again a trump card and ACE. That's a key capability, which is test discovery. So what test discovery does is it helps us minimize your business's involvement. Dimpy is going to showcase a very nice integration dashboard, which automatically analyzes the integrations at the ERP level you have within your ecosystem. So there are multiple aspects of test discovery, but these are the few we will be showcasing today. And then, as Dimpy said before, it's a very, very low code, sort of no code test builder. So a lot of time, even business can just go through, check, see, and update. So these are some of the key aspects, and I'm quite certain, given the time frame, we haven't done justice to the complete capability set that that Opkey brings in this whole picture, in this whole scenario. But we will try to do our best to sort of take you through these. Anything you would like to add, Dimpy? Otherwise, I'll just keep going.
Yeah.
We have a quick question. We have a question. Are these features part of a basic package?
Yes, they are. These features
Yes,
are part
they're
of
included in Opkey.
Yes. Yeah. Any accelerator that you buy for ERP, you'll get exposed to all of these features here. And guys, what we are going to start and demoing first, just to summarize what Deepti mentioned, they are going to help us create some of these use cases. A, make sure our end-to-end processes are integrated in one particular process. And we use a simple BPM and platform to integrate all of these applications. It's absolutely seamless. This is a no-code platform. We are able to, and once these test scripts are up and running, we are able to generate automated impact analysis against those integrations, so you can identify the impact of the changes real time. And lastly, Wilfred, our AI enabled bot that assesses these changes historically to give you a ballpark of a good sanity suite when you want to assess what are the common issues that you face under your integrations and end-to-end business processes. So we are going to look at, in the interest of time, we might not be able to look at everything, but we'll look at some of the key features that Deepti is going to showcase now.
Makes sense. Deep, you want to start with the integration dashboard, or I'll start with an overview of discovery first, and then I'll hand it over to you. Cool.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks. Guys, what I call discovery, I just wanted everyone a glimpse of it, and I can open the tool just in a sec. Once we plug into your tenant, the first thing which is a part of discovery before even we go to the integration is, yes, we understand that what is deployed in your tenant from Workday perspective. So I understand that when it comes to a business process, say for example, hire, these are the 7, 8, 9, 10 definitions you have. Not only this, based on these multiple set of definitions, I understand your data and I give you what I call a test model right in front of you. Right. Now, let me just open my platform and take you through impact analysis. Right. So guys, this is what Opkey platform looks like if you're new here. On the left, you can see all our...
Deepti, sorry to cut
sorry,
you.
I don't think...
Yeah, the other screen.
I don't think I'm sharing the right screen. Yeah. Guys, give me a sec. Sorry. I'll stop sharing and I'll reshare. Just give me a sec. I apologize. All right. Can everyone see? Is it visible now, Dimpy,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
platform? Awesome. Yeah. Thank you. Thanks for that. So, guys, as I was saying, this is what Opkey platform looks like. On the left here, you can see all our key features which we highlighted, which we gave an overview of. Now, jumping into impact, if you come here, after every release, what we do is what we call the snapshot. We take the snapshot of what was previously. So what was there on Friday, and you come Monday and take another snapshot of what is there now. So if you come here and you say, I want to compare the snapshots, that's where you get given a choice to select the 2 snapshots. Once you select the 2 snapshots, what Opkey does is creates something like this. So you can choose what business process has changed, if at all in your tenant a new custom object has come, and if anything at a high level integration has changed. So if as a part of this deployment or as part of your change, what at a high level has changed in work. Now, what happens is if any change happens, say in this case, due to the weekly deployment, a business process called hire has changed. Again, across multiple definitions, what change has happened, it gives you a complete snapshot and picture of it. Say, for example, in this case, it's telling you the approval hierarchy has changed. In this case, it is telling you a custom object has been added. How does it help us with the integration testing now? Right here, you have your risk profile. So whilst anything at the high level of integration might not have changed, however, you know that by the virtue of the fact that a higher definition has changed, you immediately get an indication of what needs to be tested. Not only this, self-heal capability, which Dimpy highlighted before, on a button click, you have the capability to say, yes, the associated test case with this, I would like to accept it. Whereas if you do choose that, now this change is not something I might need to go to business. Now this is not going to work. We haven't updated your test case automatically without giving you a snapshot of the complete impact. So this is all about not testing everything every week. This is about testing things wisely. And that is where impact analysis comes into play, gives you a complete picture of what part of integration needs to be tested. Right. Dimpi, we would like to now give everyone a quick glimpse of how our integration dashboard looks like and integration accelerator.
Sure thing. And thank you so much. And I think this is a significant insight of how you can develop the integrations and how you can look at some of these changes. So impact analysis is a big plus when we want to understand the impact real time. And this, everyone, is an integration accelerator where we can create different profiles. So for example, if there is an end-to-end integration across multiple applications like this one, where Oracle is connected to a Coupa, then further connected to
Sorry,
a
Dimpi, I'll stop sharing. Sorry, keep going.
yeah, to a ServiceNow or a Salesforce, an end-to-end business process application, we are able to, what the entire integration profile does is, when we map this to a connection, the entire adapters to this PaaS application on this integration profile, which is connected to the major applications that are connected, all the adapters will come up. Which means that, for example, if it is OIC, you can develop an Workday adapter connection from an OIC, connect it with the Fusion application, look for the adapter, put in the right connection details, all the adapter come in here. So our platform is able to fetch all the adapters, all the REST APIs directly from the iPaaS applications. And that's why it is able to create the integration profiles. You can generate the test cases. So you can ask Wilfred application, Wilfred bot to kind of generate these applications, and the test case gets created automatically. So what is a relevant business process test according to that particular profile? It is going to connect these REST APIs in a single test suite, and then generate a automated test case automatically. But the real power lies into kind of creating a connection, getting all the adapters, connecting them together, creating an end-to-end process, and then converting that into a test automation script. So that is something that we do using our integration profile and integration accelerator. And you can see, you can add, I mean, these are just some of the examples, but you can add as many adapters as possible. Right now, we have added all the adapters that we support as a platform. But as I said earlier, this is definitely connected to these ERP applications, but we know that there are multiple end-to-end technologies also that play a part at the back end, making sure that these are connected, right? So there are on-prem applications, there is ETL, there is database, there is API management, multiple things that collaborate and then make sure that these processes are connected. So as we are able to fetch and map the instances to integrations together, you can view the log, you can view the changes. So all the integrations come up here in this way, right? So the end-to-end processes and end-to-end integrations can be viewed in different formats. You can also view what is the status of your processes. So for example, if it is purchase order and a payment, an end-to-end P2P scenario that's going from one application to another application, so you can see if there are any errors, if there are any test cases that are linked to it, any warnings, anything that is making sure that that validation point is not up to the mark, it will flag that automatically. I hope this was useful. Guys, Deepti, do you mind sharing the deck? And folks,
Absolutely.
thank you. And folks, if you have any questions for us, feel free to put that in the question box, and we can take care of them at this point. Isabel, over to you.
Yep. Do we want to take a couple questions now or wait until after this?
Yeah, I think we can take questions now.
Okay. All right, this seems to be from an Oracle user. We are using Oracle for most of our processes. We work in manufacturing, but are unsure about how complicated it would be to also use Workday. Do you recommend that people use both Workday and Oracle or try to settle for one?
Um, I think we can, and that kind of depends on where your business would want to and where your business initiatives would fall into. But from an application perspective, I think this is um, people have been using the entire ERPs is more popular when it comes to Oracle, and HCM is more popular when it comes to Workday. But otherwise, it kind of pretty much falls on the business initiatives where they want to land vis-a-vis the ERP that they choose. But
Yeah,
we
I'm not sure there's one overall answer for that. It's definitely business by business, but we can definitely help with testing if both are involved.
100%.
All right, one more question. A little confused as to how Wilfred works. Does he replace coding or is he simply helping with what's already been coded?
Deepti, do you want to take that?
Yep, absolutely. So, guys, Wilfred is, if you like your chat GPT, right? So, it's as Dimpy, classic example. It's a AI and ML empowered tool. It's continuously learning and checking. Hey, when it came to integration, these are the scenarios which have been testing, or which this integration has been testing continuously. So you can very well go and check. Wilfred, tell me over the last few over this time period, which integrations have been impacted majorly. So it gives you that data. You can say, hey, Wilfred, give me the test cases for ABCD. So it's not a replacement, it's your front end user interface to make your life easier. Consider it as a ChatGPT interface for Opkey.
Yeah,
Absolutely. So in the way that ChatGPT can help with many different things, Wilfred is really a very versatile assistant.
yeah, perfect.
Absolutely.
All right, one more question here. Is change impact analysis an extra feature or is it built into the core Opkey platform?
It is an extra feature. It is an extra ERP related feature that's kind of pretty much binded with the overall accelerator offering that we have across Oracle. And then we have the test discovery, real time change impact assessment, test observability, and the end-to-end integration accelerator attached to it. The similar offering goes for Workday. We have the end-to-end accelerator, test discovery, real-time change impact analysis. So the idea is to kind of make sure that the overall test management platform and the change management platform both are integrated into our offering as you buy Oracle or Workday.
Pretty much it.
Absolutely. And I really encourage anyone also to check out several blogs we have on this exact topic if you want more specific info. Let's see, that's all the questions we have for now. So if we want to jump into the next section.
Um, I think we've covered this
Yeah, I think this is auxiliary
pretty
information.
much. Yeah,
Yeah, I think we've
Tips.
covered most of the.
points here. Yeah.
All right. Well, I'd like to thank everyone so
Right.
much. If you're Deepti, feel free to chime in with anything else, but I think that covers our core message here. I'd really like to thank both of you for your valuable time and encourage anyone to reach out to us for more information.
No, 100%.
Absolute pleasure.
The I think I would just like to close this by saying that the any integration platform that you choose, which connects your cloud applications from a testing and validation perspective, we are able to support all the cloud applications behind firewalls, legacy on-prem systems, different technologies that bind these applications. And the idea is to really support your strategy when it comes to your best applications that you have chosen to orchestrate your end-to-end workflows, and we're able to automate these processes otherwise which are like done manually, right? So the idea is to kind of make sure that the overall enterprise, it increases the return on your IT investments and further just reduces the IT and business user frustrations. So that's the overall idea. We look forward to meeting you
Makes
guys
sense.
later again.
Cool. Thanks, Rippy.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Deep.
Isabel.
Thank you,
Thanks,
Isabel.
guys. Thank you,
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone. Yeah,
Thanks, guys. Have a great day.
thank you.